This hexagram represents abandoning the false and returning to the true. It follows on the preceding hexagram, joy. Joy is harmonious action in accord with the time and in accord with truth, not acting in any way that would be improper, so as to prevent degeneracy of action. When people are first born, they are utterly good with no evil, integrated with natural principle. Originally, there is nothing to cultivate, nothing to realize. Since there is no defect, there is nothing to correct. But when they get to be 16 years old, yang peaks, producing yin. By the development of habits, they become estranged from what is near by nature. This is like the one yin of wind arising below two yangs. As negative energy advances, the original being degenerates. However, before the celestial Tao has yin, it cannot be yang. It cannot be yang. Before human affairs have degeneration, it cannot be repaired. This is why the path of correction of degeneracy is valuable. The path of correction of degeneracy is like the one yang of mountain stopping on top of two yins, not injured by negative influences. Using this one yang to go back to the root and return to life is the study of working on the fundamental. When the fundamental is established, the path develops. Once you recover your potential, it is like it was always there. This is attaining great development in degeneracy. Great development is not in degeneration, but in correcting degeneration. The way to correct degeneracy is not in empty tranquility without action. It is necessary to work in the midst of great danger and difficulty, to act in the dragon's pool and the tiger's lair. Only then can one restore one's original being, cultivating it into something indestructible. This is why degeneration is developmental, and it is beneficial to cross great rivers. Great rivers are most dangerous and hard to cross. If great rivers are crossed beneficially without injury, then places of little or no danger cannot harm. However, the benefit of crossing great rivers involves action and process, from which no deviation can be admitted. 3 days before the start, 3 days after the start, is the secret of the active process. The yin and yang in people is like the waning and waxing of the moon. In the first 3 nights of the moon's appearance, the yang light appears in the southwest. This is represented by the trigram thunder. On the night of the 15th, the moon appears in the east. This is represented by the trigram heaven.